The story of Prophet Noah, in the Quran is rich with lessons and moral guidance, serving as a timeless reminder of faith, perseverance, and the consequences of rejecting divine truth. Pre-flood life and message. Noah was chosen by Allah as a prophet to guide his people, who had turned to idol worship and immoral practices. For many years, he preached the message of monotheism, calling them to worship only Allah and to live righteous lives. Despite his continuous efforts, the majority of his people rejected his message, mocked him, and persisted in their idolatry and sinful ways. Noah's patience in the face of this rejection is a central theme in his story. Noah's patience and warning of the flood. In the Quran, Noah's perseverance is emphasized. He called his people both openly and in private, appealing to their reason and urging them to turn away from their wrongdoings. But they mocked him and were determined to reject his teachings. As the people remained steadfast in their disbelief, Allah revealed to Noah that a catastrophic flood would come to punish the disbelievers. Allah instructed Noah to build an ark, warning that the flood would overwhelm the entire earth. Building the ark. Despite being ridiculed by the people, Noah obeyed Allah's command and began constructing the ark, a monumental task given the lack of water in the area. The people mocked him, questioning how such a flood could happen. However, Noah continued his work, trusting in Allah's plan. The Great Flood. Once the ark was complete, Allah commanded Noah to gather pairs of every species of animal, as well as the believers who followed him. The floodwaters began to rise, coming from both the sky, heavy rain, and the earth, springs bursting forth. The disbelievers who had rejected Noah's message were drowned, while Noah and his followers were safe aboard the ark. The Quran underscores Allah's mercy toward Noah and his followers, contrasting it with the severe punishment for those who disbelieved. After the flood. When the floodwaters receded, the ark came to rest on Mount Judy, and Noah and his followers disembarked. Allah reassured Noah that he and his descendants would carry on the mission of righteousness on earth. This post-flood period marks a new beginning for the righteous, with Noah as a symbol of endurance, obedience, and divine mercy. Noah's son. The Quran also mentions that one of Noah's sons, who had not embraced the faith, was not saved. Despite Noah's pleas to his son to join him on the ark, the son refused, insisting he would seek refuge on a mountain. This son was drowned, serving as a poignant reminder that salvation depends on faith, not just familial ties. This episode illustrates that faith in Allah is the sole criterion for salvation. Lessons from Noah's story. The story of Noah in the Quran teaches several key lessons. Patience in the face of rejection. Noah endured ridicule and rejection for years while remaining steadfast in his mission. The importance of faith and obedience to Allah. Belief in the oneness of Allah and obedience to His commands are central to salvation. The consequences of disbelief. Those who rejected Noah's message faced the punishment of the flood, underscoring the serious consequences of disobedience. The mercy of Allah. While the flood was a punishment for the disbelievers, it was also an act of mercy for Noah and the believers, showing that Allah rewards the righteous. Through Noah's narrative, the Quran emphasizes the importance of unwavering faith, the role of perseverance in the face of adversity, and the ultimate triumph of divine justice. Noah's life serves as a reminder to believers about the significance of obeying Allah and spreading righteousness.